करता है, कोई शिद्दत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो था लिया इसको मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. थोड़ी आवाज कम करना, ज्यादा है क्या? We are in 54th verse. कुमारादिवदेवायं ब्रह्मानन्दैकतत्परः स्त्री परिष्वक्तवद् एव न बाह्यं नापि चान्तरम्. What we are studying is trying to analyze and understand our own experience of deep sleep. For that, we have gone through body as Annamaya Kosh, life as Pranamaya Kosh, instrument of knowledge as Manomaya Kosh, the experiencer of good and bad experiences is the Vijnanamaya Kosh. These are the four outer coverings. And at the base of these four coverings, the last one is the Anandamaya Kosh. So when now this is applicable to everybody, we have seen. Let him be a king or a beggar, a child or a wise man or a fool. Common for everyone, the same thing. So when we are living in this world through these four instruments, there is bound to be a sense of otherness. When there is a sense of otherness, the three things happen. Object of experience, experience of the object, and experiencer of the object. And because of this divided presence, after some time we get tired. Because we are divided, we are not one. And then we want to go to sleep. So when we want to go to sleep, exactly what happens? We are tired, we want to get rid of, and we want bliss or happiness. Nobody goes to sleep to become miserable. And as we enter the process of sleep, what exactly happens? Okay? So this is a very deep thought, be attentive. Just now when I was sitting, I thought about it. Till such time, the sense of inside and outside is valid, we will be tired in life. So when we sleep, what happens? We have withdrawn from everything, close all our faculties, and before entering the sleep proper, we were orienting ourselves towards bliss. Now what was that bliss orientation? We are now withdrawing from the tiredness. The tiredness comes when we are functioning through our sense organs, organs of action, mind, etc. So when we drop everything, objects are dropped, sense organs are dropped, mind is dropped, and ultimately this I who dropped everything, he is now feeling little relaxed. Now that relaxation is orientation towards higher bliss. He has not yet entered the bliss because the I is still there. And then he will be tossing for some time. And what for? He wants to even drop this I, the jiva. Example given here is Stri Parishvakta Vat. When a man and a woman, they are in the conjugal relationship, before that they will be separate, they will be hugging, kissing, everything to each other, and when they reach the peak, that time the notion inside outside disappears. They have merged in between them. The sense of otherness is gone. And that is the highest experience that human beings can think of in this relative world. Okay? Now in that experience, Stri Parishvaktavad Eva, Eva means a way, who, the Jiva. Now the one who was struggling to sleep, like a man in the embrace of his wife and vice versa, they forget the whole world. Okay? In the same manner, this Jiva, now wanting to ultimately enter in the ultimate bliss, he na bahyam na antaram veda. Now for him, inside, outside notions disappear. When inside, outside notions disappear, then the Triputi has gone. Knower, known knowledge, it has gone. And therefore, there is no sense of otherness. When there is no sense of otherness, therefore, there cannot be something outside and somebody inside. How simple it is, friends, not difficult. Now, as you are sitting, what is your experience? You are seeing everything, and where the experience is happening? Inside you. So, the experience is inside outside. Now when you close your eyes, because there is nothing for you to see, you have closed your eyes. Then, are we inside or outside? We are still inside. Why? We might have closed our eyes, but we are hearing the sounds. Okay. Then what is to be done? Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Slowly, this I, who was experiencing the world and commenting and reacting, he has disappeared. And therefore, experiencer is not born. So what is happening? Experience without experiencer. And in this process, the jiva, the one who wanted to get bliss, tired of the world, slowly he also dissolves. And therefore, in the deep sleep, we are neither inside the body nor outside the body. We are neither inside the house nor outside the house. The concept, the illusion of space has disappeared. Second thing, we are not in 2025 or 2024. We are not in Monday or Tuesday. We are not in the morning or evening. So, time and space has disappeared. And then, we are neither man nor woman, neither rich nor poor. So, time has disappeared, space has disappeared, and body has disappeared. So what is the experience? Ekameva dvitiya deha nanasti kinchana. This happens to everyone. But we are not able to recognize this. And therefore, we struggle to get happiness in this world. Okay? Now, after this was told, what is inside, outside? We have seen this thing. I am just repeating it. Bahyam ratyadijam vrittam gruha krityam yathantaram tatha jagaranam bahyam nadistha swapna antaraha. Like the things are outside, and whatever we are doing, cooking, washing, seeing the TV, is inside the house. So just to understand, these two examples are given. Things are outside and we are doing work inside. Exactly the same way, Jagaranam Bahyam. Now if we are awake, this is called the waking experience. The things are outside. You are all outside. Then Nadistha Swapna Antara. And when we have the experience of dream, that time everything is happening. Nadi here means the mind. Everything is happening in the mind without the involvement of body identification. Both the experiences, the waking and the dream, both experiences are happening only in the mind. But in case of the waking experience, the reference is body identification. And therefore, the reference for the mind to think is the body. In the dream, the body identification is dropped. Therefore, the mind has no reference of the body identification. Then the mind keeps on playing with whatever impressions are on the mind already. Those impressions start manifesting. And therefore, what dream we go through, others do not know. But what we do outside, others also know. See, friends, Bahyam Ratyadijam Vrittam Gruha Krityam Yathantaram Tatha Jagaranam Bahyam Nadistha Swapna Antaraha. Now, understand this clearly. Now, after that, Pitapi suptau apiteti adau jivatva varana supto brahmaiva no jivaha samsaritva asamikshanat. Like in the deep sleep, suptau, the father is no more a father. First. Then adau. Then jivatva varanat. The next step, when he is in sleep, he is no more a father. Now this one, Jiva, now understand three things. Association with the world in the outer world, he is a father. Now sleep begins. The waking is over. Then the dream, he may linger around as somebody in his dream imaginary. That also drops. Then the Jiva, who was playing the role of a dreamer or a waker, he also disappears. Then what happens? Supto Brahmaivana Jivaha. Then in the deep sleep, the Jiva also dissolves in the Brahman. Like the ice dissolves in the waters. Like the waves dissolve in the ocean. Supto Brahmaiva no Jiva. So in the deep sleep, the Jiva is no more a Jiva. He is Brahman. Because samsaritva asamikshanat. Now he is no more a samsari. He is neither a mother, father, brother, sister, nor a dreamer enjoying or suffering. The first step. Thereafter what happens? 57th verse. पितृत्व आदि अभिमानः यः सुख दुःखाकर सही तस्मिन् अपगते तीर्णः सर्वान् शोकान् भवत्ययम्. Now, in the deep sleep, what happens? All the abhimana, the notion that I am the father, etc., which was the cause of the miseries or the joy in this world, tasmin apagate, when the jiva who was playing the role of a somebody or the other after body identification, in the deep sleep, even tasmin apagate, all this notion disappear. Then tirnaha, he has transcended sarvan shokan, all the miseries of somebody, mother, father, brother, sister, all the miseries disappear. And Bhavatayam, now he is no more either a husband, wife, nor a jiva, but now he has merged in his absolute. That is why when somebody is enjoying something, for example, classical music, so he is so lost in that, if somebody comes and says, "Hey, shut up," because his bliss is disturbed. But that is not the Brahmananda, that is the Bhogananda, the Vishayananda. So, Sarvan Shokan Bhavatyayam. Now, after that, what happens? सुषुप्तिकाले सकले विलीने तमसाभिवृतः सुखरूपमुपैतेति ब्रूते ह्याथर्वणे श्रुतिः. In the Kaivalya Upanishad it is said, Sushuptikale sakale viline. So in the deep sleep, everything, viline means dissolves. Everything is dissolved. Worldly achievements, failures, worldly individualities, everything disappears. The dream and dreamer world disappears. But what happened? Tamasa avrutaha. He doesn't know who is he. See? One is, suppose somebody is having some issue. Let us take a heart problem. Either that heart problem will be manifested in his life in the form of various symptoms, or the heart problem may not manifest. And then one day one of my friends this happened. He went with his wife to have a medical checkup for her. So he handed over the wife to the doctor and he was sitting. This happened in this hospital on the way, Jaslok Hospital, not Jaslok, Beach Candy. So he was sitting and the wife was being taken care of by the doctor. So he saw there one board. If you are plus 55, you should get a heart checkup. He thought, anyway, let me try. Because I am 55 plus. He got and checked. The doctor said, 90% block. You are more serious than your wife. Get operated. So, the problem was there, but not knowing. In the same manner, although we are divine, but we do not know. And therefore, in spite of going to satsanga, attending satsanga, no change comes in us. Because in satsanga, we are sleeping. And that sleep doesn't mean a dozing off. Sleep means what we are studying, understanding, are we practicing in our life? Therefore, our happy mantra mala gives us all the spiritual techniques without any complications. Sushupti kale sakale viline tamasavratah, covered, overpowered by utter ignorance. Utter ignorance means incomplete knowledge. What is the ignorance, incomplete knowledge? We do not know what is the world. We do not know what is the experiencer. We do not know who is the jiva. We do not know what is the spiritual practice. We do not know who we are. Prajna, utter ignorant. Prakarshena ajna, utter ignorant. Then, yet he does enjoy what? Sukha rupam upayati. And yet he enjoys, he attains bliss. Now in the deep sleep, the bliss is further explained in the next verse. Sukham apswapsaham atra na vai kinchit avedisham iti sukte sukha ajnane paramrushati chottitaha. Sukham avapsam atra aham na kinchit avedisham. What is the experience in the deep sleep? I had a deep, blissful sleep, na kinchit avedisham, but I did not know anything. So two things. One is the experience of bliss in the deep sleep, and also experience that I knew nothing. Two things happen. So iti supte, in this manner in deep sleep, sukha ajnane paramrushati. Paramrushati means he remembers. Now is it not our experience when we wake up from the deep sleep, don't we say, hey, I didn't know where I am, but I had good sleep. See friends, step by step we have to go. So, what is our experience of deep sleep? First, we experience bliss. Second thing, we did not know anything. Is it not contradiction? But it does happen. Now, this is further explained. Paramarsho anubhute stiti asit anubhavastada chidatmatvat svato bhati sukham ajnanadhistataha. Now, how these two experiences are simultaneously possible? So, paramarshaha anubhute. Remembrance is only of that what is experience. You can experience your childhood. You cannot experience my childhood. Because you are not experienced. So, whenever we remember something, it must be preceded by the experience. Experience is the basis. Memory is the later stage. So, chidatmatvat swataha paramarshaha anubhuti asti. Therefore, we have experienced the bliss, asit anubhavastada. Now, second thing. Now, to whom is having this experience? So, chidatmatvat, that time is only bliss, divine, only pure conscious blissful existence. Now, this pure conscious blissful existence, what it is? Chidatmatvat, being self-illumined pure consciousness, bhati sukham ajnanadhistada. And therefore, to know that I had good sleep and I did not know anything, both these things are possible because pure conscious existence does not need any means of knowledge. Now come back to yourself. How do we know ourselves? Do we know where are we? Yes, we know. Do we know how many people are there in the temple? We don't know. So we know both. Something present, something absent. Now, second thing. It is not difficult. How do we know that we are? Because I am seeing you, therefore I am. And if you all disappear, will I disappear? Because I know myself by simple statement, pramana nirapeksha anubhuti, experience which does not involve operation of sense organs, mind and intellect. Drop sense organs, you have dropped Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. One step we are crossed. Second step. Let us not be slave to our sense organs. When we are slave to sense organs, what happens? We have comments to offer. I have seen that, but it was not good. We offer comment. So when we stop commenting on whatever we experience, we cross one more step. What is that? Why we comment? Because of our personal likes and dislikes. When we don't comment good or bad, liking or disliking has disappeared. See? And then we do not know our being as a concept. Therefore, we have transcended the intellect. Whenever we think we are a conceptual being, I am mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, then only thinking is possible. So, I am a wife is a concept. After divorce, I am not a wife is a concept. But both concepts are supported by someone which is beyond concepts. Therefore, my friends, real spiritual practice is so simple. See? Wherever you are, just pramana nirapeksha anubhuti, experience which does not involve any known means of knowledge. Sense organs, mind and intellect. When sense organs are not involved, the world doesn't exist for us. Then likes and dislikes are not operating, the mind doesn't exist for us. And this is not sometime. It is not a concept. It is not a natural state. Therefore, in this experience, we do not become experiencer. Otherwise, inside, volcanoes are bursting. And that can be seen. In no time you can diagnose what is happening. While you are coming by the lift, that lift boy asked me today, Swamiji, today I am okay? I said, yes. You are perfectly all right. Yesterday, yes, Swamiji, yesterday I did. Now how do I know? Not jadoo. Immediately it can be experienced. If you are at peace, the aura around you will be different. If you are at war with yourself, you will be sitting there, biting the teeth without anything to bite. So, we remember that we had a good sleep and we being of the nature of consciousness, we don't require any known means of knowledge. So to see the object, we require external lights because this object is not self-illumined. To see the light, do we require another light? It is self-illumined. Come back to yourself. I am. To know this, do I require your certification? See, friends, therefore, both things are possible in the deep sleep. There is a memory of good sleep, and also I did not know anything. Brahma Vijnanam Anandam iti Vajasaneyinah Pratyankam Swaprakasham Sukham Brahmaiva Netarada. Therefore, in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, this thought comes. Vijnanam Ananda Brahma iti is said in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So, there it is declared that the truth, the Brahman is Swaprakasham. Swaprakasham is bliss without cause and effect. What we know is pleasure. What we know is indulgent experience. Okay? An indulgent experience can never be continuous all the time. It will be only during the process of indulgence, that too for a short period of time. It can't be infinite. Whatever, suppose you are enjoying music, this we have to learn. I told you 100 times. Learn from your own experiences. Nobody can teach us. Like, I got quite a good number of collection of music which I like. So, there was one music I was playing during Corona festival. Binati Suno Nath Hamari, the later written by Rukmini to Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, and it was from Mahabharata. Very beautifully rendered in Bhuprag. I used to like it so much. Every day I will listen it once, twice, thrice. So good. After some time, slowly, now it is no more in my phone. It must have been deleted. In short, human mind cannot remain attracted towards any indulgent happiness for long. But when we become addicted, we enjoy as well as we suffer. I know eating tobacco is bad, but I can't stay without it. Then you get a cancer of your mandible, and then there is the operation, and then your mouth becomes like Hanuman. Therefore, Vijnanam Anandam iti. So, our experience is bliss. It is not the experience of bliss. So, Saprakash Sukham, and it is self-established bliss. Yat ajnanam tatra linau to vijnanam anomayau tayorhi vilayavastha nidra ajnanam cha saivahi. So, yat ajnanam. What is ajnanam? Ignorance is tatra vijnana manomayo linau. Both the Vijnanamaya kosha, the I factor, and Manomaya, the known factor or the knowledge factor. Both of them, they tayorhi vilayavastha. So be attentive. See, objects are gathered through the sense organs, and where they are taken by the eyes don't see. The objects, colors and forms are taken by the eyes to the mind. And in the mind the experience happens. It is good or bad, I like or I dislike. After the object is received in the mind, then from there it goes to Vijnanamaya. That I know this is red, I know this is yellow. The mind doesn't know. There has to be a factor knower. See, you must have seen some time, some people sleep with the eyes open. So if you take your fingers before that person and ask him, 4 plus 4, how much? No answer. See? Because there is neither the mind available nor the knower of the object is available. So what is the difference between mind where the knowledge is happening and the knower to whom the knowledge is happening? This difference we have to understand. See? It is something like this. When we are standing in front of the wall, there is no reflection. But if we stand in front of the mirror, there is a reflection. So the problem is with our face or with the reflecting media. How simple it is? Exactly the same way. Mind and intellect. Mind, the object is reflected, but it is not known. In the intellect, the object is included in the form of a thought, and the thought is having the capacity to reflect the consciousness as Chidabhasa or the reflection in the mirror. See? So one is the mirror, second is the object in front of the mirror, third is the reflection of the object in the mirror, three things. So, the Vijnanamaya is the one where consciousness is reflected as Chidabhasa, and therefore mind and intellect, this is the basic difference. Therefore, when these three things, body, prana and the mind, when they close in the deep sleep, even the I also disappears. Because this I has no connection with the mind, therefore I am neither Sukhi or Dukhi. I has no connection with the prana, therefore in deep sleep I is neither hungry or thirsty. And in the deep sleep I has no connection with the body, therefore I is neither man nor woman. See? Therefore, yat ajnanam tatra lina uttau vijnana manomayo. So in the Ajnanamaya, this Anandamaya Kosha, what happened? Now be attentive. First, we discarded the objects. Second, we discarded the sense organs. Third, we discarded the mind. Fourth, we discarded the intellect, because in the Anandamaya Kosha, Tayohi Vilayavastha. Now, in the deep sleep, Anandamaya Kosha, both of them, mind, the experience, and the intellect, experiencer, both of them dissolve. That state is called as Ajnanam, or incomplete knowledge, or Anandamaya Kosha, or the causal body. So get this picture complete. Causal body is causal body because out of the causal body only the intellect, the mind, the sense organs, the old world comes out. When we drop the objects, we come to the sense organs. When we conquer the sense organs, we come to the mind. When we are not influenced by the likes and dislikes of the mind, we come to the I. When the I is no more carrying the burden of likes and dislikes, he is jo thari rahe so mari rahe, doesn't struggle, doesn't react. Then what happens to him? He goes back to sleep. What is the sleep? Karana. We are bliss. Recognize this GPS. See? Therefore, in Vedanta Shastra, there is no liberation for I. So far, have you seen? You are not sent to hell or heaven. Why? We are self-sufficient. We don't have to go. We create our own hell. We create our own heaven. Tayoruhu vilayavastha nidra ajnanam cha saivahi. And therefore, vilina ghrutavat paschat syad vijnanamayo ghanaha vilinavastha anandamaya shabdena katyate. Vilina ghrutavat. Ghruta is the ghee. When the ghee is vilina, it is melted. So it becomes liquid. And when again it is under some conditions, when it is again solidified, it continues to be ghee. No change. See? Therefore, vilina grutavat paschat syat vijnanamayo ghanaha. Then, when with the Anandamaya kosha, when it starts liquefying, then Vijnanamaya, then Manomaya, all these things come out. So, it is the Karan Deha, the Anandamaya kosha, that alone is expressing. So, what is happening in this expression? In Anandamaya kosha, all the impressions, they were dormant, they were not active, because they were not supported by the mind, sense organs, and the knower, the I. Therefore, they remain unmanifest. Like the unsprouted seeds in a box. See? And then, suppose the seed is that of the gram or that of any other thing, then that only will come out. So in the deep sleep, we are in the seed form, unmanifest. We are not born. Unmanifest, manifest, unmanifest, manifest. Bhagavan tells Arjuna the same thing. Avyaktadini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata avyakta nijananneva tatraka paridevana. Nothing is born, nothing is destroyed. See? So when I sleep as a doctor, I don't wake up as an engineer, because the same impressions again continue. Therefore, vilina avastaha, when the intellect and the mind, they dissolve like the ghee, then that is called as Anandamaya. So, now to summarize, get it clearly. Suppose, this is Anandamaya, object. Although it is not the right, but some example has to be given. Is object, Anandamaya. Now here, nothing is seen, nothing. It's a dead phone. Anandamaya, no noise. But when you switch on, then treng starts. And then we open. And then we see, and the whole world begins. Now, which phone numbers will ring in this, which are already there? Eh? Exactly the same way. So when this phone starts operating, does it have a weight added because more phone numbers are stored? Does it have a weight added if you have downloaded number of YouTube videos? No, because it doesn't exist. It's only electromagnetic impressions. Friends, in today's world, if we want to understand Jiva is an electromagnetic entity. Therefore, we are all pig cells, not pixels. EIG. Rotting in the dirt of this relativity. And therefore, higher the pixels, more clear is the picture. Lesser the pixels, a little faint in the picture. No pixels, no picture. So each entity that we are, mother, father, brother, wife, husband, whatever you are, each is one pixel. And more the pixels, stronger and miserable is the personality. When we go to sleep, we start slowly discarding these pixels, and ultimately we come to the being that we are. See? So vilina avastha anandamaya shabdena katyate. Continuing further, Supti Purva Kshane Buddhir Vrittirya Sukhabimbita Savai Tad Bimba Sahita Leenananda Mayastada. Now, Supti Purva Kshane, just before going to sleep, Supti Purva Kshane, Buddhi Vritti, the thought that the intellect is Sukhabimbita. See? Now, the I, Vijnanamaya Kosha, is having only one thought. I want to go to sleep. I want happiness. I want happiness. So, in that thought, the main theme, the object is only bliss. And where from that bliss comes? Because the blissful consciousness is reflected in the intellect. Therefore, the happiness in the intellect is only a reflected happiness, not the real one. What is the reflected happiness? Happiness shown by an actor on the stage. He shows he is happy, but he knows he is not happy. He is beyond happiness and misery because he is only acting. See? So, Supti Purva Kshane Buddhir Vrittiya Sukha Bimbita Sa Eva Tad Bimba Sahita. Now, before dissolving this last thought that I want sleep, I want bliss, I want happiness, I want happiness. So, the last object in the thought or the Buddhi Vritti is happiness. Now, this thought with the last thought of happiness dissolves. And therefore, it is called as Anandamaya. Maya therefore means it is not the original Ananda, but it is the reflected Ananda. Now, why Maya? Because other than this one theme, bliss, there is no other. Like Gujarati tea is sugar Maya. South Indian coffee is coffee Maya. Meaning other than that there is nothing. Therefore, this Anandamaya Kosha is the reflection. It's not the ultimate. And from that reflection, the whole samsara begins. And if we do not allow this Anandamaya to be born, then what? From Vijnanamaya, we bypass the Anandamaya Kosh. How? What is Anandamaya Kosh? Ajnanam, incomplete knowledge. What is incomplete knowledge? I am man, woman, young, old, body, etc., etc. When we study the scriptures, slowly, our wrong notions are removed. When wrong notions are removed, then experience without experiencer, this statement is understood. Experience without experiencer. Then we have bypassed the Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha is temporary. It begins, it remains, it ends. Brahmananda doesn't begin, doesn't change, doesn't end. Therefore, Brahmananda. Anandamaya is conditioned. Brahmananda is unconditioned. Anandamaya starts manifesting 100% in deep sleep and some fractions in the waking and the dream. If the dreams are giving some good experiences, then it is the Anandamaya Kosha. Like suppose, you have lived something very good, what you like. You went to some place and you had nice party, good friends, and you enjoyed and you slept. Then in that, suppose you dream. So your dream will be enjoyment. See, friends. So it is a reflection, it is not the real enjoyment. See, friends. So the experiences of the dream, good or bad, they are not real. They begin with the dream, they end with the dream. Similarly, the joy experiences of the waking, they also have beginning and end. Therefore, although they are bliss, but they are basically blisters, not bliss. Therefore, sa eva tad bimba sahita leela anandamayastada. Therefore, this Brahmananda is not the happiness of deep sleep, but deep sleep is the gateway to merge in the Absolute with this knowledge. Friends, how simple and how deep is this? Now, none of you are sleeping because you are qualified. I am just giving an example. I am seeing who is sleeping, who is not sleeping. See? Because we are extremists. Either agitations or go to sleep. That is why these kind of studies cannot attract masses. It cannot. It is not for every Tom, Dick and Harry. So, Saiva Tad Bimba Sahita Leena Ananda Mayastada. Now continuing further. Antarmukho yo Ananda Mayo Brahma Sukham Tada Bhungte Chit Bimba Yukta Bihi Ajnanotpanna Vritti Bihi. The Antarmukho yo Ananda Maya Brahma Sukham Tada. So, when we have thus the Vijnanamaya Kosha has become introvert, Antarmukhi. Then what will happen? Then we are experiencing Anandamaya Kosha. This is also told you. When the mirror is focusing outside, it will reflect the world. When the same mirror is focusing inside, it will reflect our face. When we are focusing outside, how we focus? Through sense organs, through mind. When you close your sense organs, you close your mind, you have become introvert. So what will be introverted? Be very attentive. What will be introvertedness? When you are looking out, you will see Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, 5 objects. When you are introvert, all the objects disappear. Therefore, there cannot be impression or any image of any object on the mind. Now this mind is under perfect control. How? Dekho suno mat bolo. So, antarmukha. Now the mind was extrovert. Vijnanamaya Kosh was extrovert. Therefore, suffering enjoyed. When it becomes introvert, then what will happen? As external objects were reflected in the mirror, when it is turned inside, it will continue to reflect. But what is inside to reflect is only the Brahmananda. So, deep sleep is the reflection of the Brahmananda. It is not real. Therefore, Anandamaya. But that is a trailer of Brahmananda. See? Like when they want to have meeting between the would-be bride and the groom, so they are standing in front of the camera and this is the picture. दिखने को तो अच्छी है, but I will like to see her personally. What is the need? Because I want to see without makeup. And when he sees without a makeup, before marriage breakup. Hey friends, So antarmukho ya anandamaya brahma sukam tada bhungte chit bimba yukta vihi. Therefore, in the deep sleep, there the experience of the bliss is enjoyed by the reflected consciousness. And ajnana utpanna vrittivihi. That is called as the thought of ignorance. He doesn't know yet that Aham Brahmasmi. He is only enjoying the reflected bliss. That is the reason why everybody wants to go to sleep. And those who have discovered the Brahmananda, then Yogarato va, Bhogarato va, Sangarato va, Sangavina, Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam, Nandati, Nandati, Nandati Eva, Bhaja Govindam. Dear friends, it is easier to talk, tabla pedi, nanda ke ananda bhayo jai kanaya. Therefore, sada bhukte chiddimba yukta vihi pratyaya ananda utpanna vritti vihi ajnana utpatti vritti vihi. Continuing further, अज्ञान वृत्तया सूक्ष्म विस्पष्टा बुद्धि वृत्तया इति वेदांत सिद्धांत पारगा प्रवलन्ति. Now this ajnana vritti, the understanding or the thoughts born out of the ignorance, they are very subtle. They are so subtle, buddhi vrittaya, and therefore they are not clear. So, our famous example of Vedanta, in the evening time there is no bright light, there is no darkness also, a little bit of light. And when you walk, you happen to step on a rope and you imagine it is a snake. If you have not known at all, you will never imagine it is a snake. So you have known there is something. Because when I stepped, it started moving. So unless there is knowledge, but that knowledge is incomplete, there is something, but I do not know what it is. Therefore, one principle, knowledge can never be absent. Knowledge could be incomplete or complete. Is it not? I don't know who is that. So, I don't know. This you know, is it not? That's all. Therefore, ajnana vrittaya sukshma. They are very subtle. And therefore, vispashtaha. They are distinct, and this is what the Vedanta experts tell very clearly. See? So, in the deep sleep, we are experiencing something, but they are not clearly known to us. But we do have the experience. So that experience is beyond the thoughts. So the experience which is beyond the thoughts is only pure conscious blissful being. And therefore, do not allow an experiencer, a knower, born in and through any experience. Okay? But the same non-distinct thoughts of the deep sleep. What is the non-distinct thought in the deep sleep? Aham kimapi na janami. I know nothing. Because they are extremely subtle and non-distinct. But when the same starts sprouting, how they start sprouting? First of all, like in Dakshinamurti, Bhagavan Shankaracharya writes, Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prangnirvikalpam punaha itya. See? Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri krutam. Like in the seed, the whole tree is unmanifest. It is not absent. And then how the manifestation start? Maya kalpita desha kala kalana. When we are out of Ananda Vaikosha, deep sleep, what is the first thing? Desha. Space is born. Where am I? Then call. What is the time? Then where I am, what I am, where I have to go. See? So this Desha Kala Vastu, it comes out of the same Ajnanamaya Kosha. And therefore, the waking, meaning the Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, Jnanendriyas, Karmendriyas and the world, they are the expression of this Anandamaya Kosha alone. Be very attentive. Our Annamaya Kosha are different. Our Pranamaya Koshas are different. Our Manomaya Koshas are different. Our Vijnanamaya Kosha are different. But our Anandamaya Kosha is one. Then you can understand this. So, in the deep sleep, Sukshma Buddhi Vrittaya. And out of them only, in the waking experience, everything becomes distinct. So, Sukshma means what? Unmanifest. Unmanifest means they are not non-existent. They are existent, but not manifesting. Like the plant is existent in the seed. It is not absent, but it has not yet manifested. And if the seed is that of the chili, a tomato will not come out of it. In the same manner, in the Anandamaya Kosha, deep sleep, whatever we are, they are in the seed forms. And when we wake up, again from there, the whole day, mother, father, good, bad, everything begins. And we get tired of all of them. We go to sleep. And again we begin. If we understand this, that we have to ultimately dissolve this Vijnanamaya Kosha in the Absolute by passing the Anandamaya Kosha. How can we do that? This can be done by the technique which we told you. First of all, experience without experiencer. Second thing is no struggle to prove anything to anybody. Third thing, देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Fourth thing, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Fifth thing, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. But don't get lost in that role, Karnataka. And all this put together, life is a time pass. Because na kuch pana, na kuch khona, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Hey friends, your experience should be now that you have achieved nothing. If your experience is, understood, Brahman मिल ही गया कर Satyanas. Don't get anything. Those who are ready for this bargain of absolute loss, they alone are qualified to study Panchadashi. Therefore, you will not see talks on Panchadashi anywhere. When we started, our host, Girish Bhai says, Swamiji, what is this? I said, it is like that, don't worry. Nobody talks on this thing. Therefore, we have to know that Anandamaya Kosha alone is expressing as the Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, etc. Now this is, some quotations are given. Mandukya tapaniyadi shrutishu etat atisputam anandamaya bhoktrutvam brahmanande cha bhogyata. So why the Anandamaya Kosha is not Brahman? Because it is said already in Mandukya Upanishad, similarly in other scriptures also, that Anandamaya Kosha is the place of bhoga. Now get a picture. Annamaya Kosh body is the body where, or is the house where life is lived. Pranamaya Kosha is the power supply. The Manomaya Kosha is the means of communication. Vijnanamaya Kosha is somebody at a given period of time. Anandamaya Kosha is the one who is experiencing joy or sorrows. Therefore, Anandamaya Kosha is the Bhoktrutvam. So it is Anandamaya Kosha alone is expressing when there is something good happening, we are happy. That time we are one with the Anandamaya Kosha. When something goes wrong, we are miserable. That time we are one with the Anandamaya Kosha. And therefore, going to sleep is not realization. Taking drinks and drugs and becoming numb is not spiritual achievement. Then slowly we get a complete picture of our life. Body is the house. Then sense organs of action are the instruments. Mind is the place where knowledge is taking place. Then it is conveyed from the mind with the contamination of likes and dislikes to the intellect where there is the I. This I is the one who is enjoying or suffering. And this I, the Jiva, he goes to sleep with all his impressions on his mind. And when he wakes up, again it comes. And therefore, Anandamaya Kosha is the enjoyer. And then in the deep sleep, what is he enjoying? See, Brahmanande Bhogyata. So in our day-to-day life, I am enjoying a glass of tea. So that glass of tea is the Bhogya experience, I am the experiencer. But in deep sleep, there is nothing. Why there is nothing? There is Brahmananda. And therefore, in the deep sleep, the happiness is the reflection of the Brahmananda. It is not the Brahmananda. Otherwise, go to sleep, you have realized. Hey Maharaj, even if you are a Kumbhakarna, you cannot sleep more than 6 months. Again, you will get up and start eating everybody. Brahmanandecha bhogyata. And therefore, eki bhutaha sushuptastaha pradhyana ghatam gataha anandamaya anandamuk cheto maya vrittivihi. Therefore, in the deep sleep, this Anandamaya Kosha becomes solidified, undifferentiated, and therefore it is Chetomaya Vrittivihi, the thoughts born out of the ignorance and the reflection of the consciousness and the Chidabhasa. This becomes the experiencer of the bliss. Therefore, mirror reflects everything, like including us. Then the reflection in the mirror is the one which is in the Anandamaya Kosha. It is not the original one. That is the Jiva. Now how the Jiva can become ultimately one with the Brahmananda is the theme. This is 68th verse, remember, and tell me next time. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.